I was not prepared to say anything because Prafula is very, very close to all of us, all the artists. I first met her in Paris. She came as a student, and we were young, and I was already with my wife, Maiti Delta, who is also present in this moment. And Prafula has become, she was so warm, and it didn't take long time that we had become so close to each other. They were staying in a hotel in Paris, that area called Latin Quarter. I mean, there were many universities were there, that area, and Beaux-Arts, the art college was not very far from there. So I used to go there time to time whenever I was going to the art college. And so we have become very close. Anjali was there, but at that time I have returned in India, so I didn't meet her there. But later on, we become very good friends. And here, today, in Bombay, my relation with Bombay has started with Prafulla and also Dilip. At that time, when I was a student, I used to come and stay in the Salvation Army. And that was very cheap place. And I used to share the room with 4 other unknown people. And they used to come to that area. And so I used to go out with them and come back with Prafulla and Dilip to their house, have dinner and go back. So like that our relation has started. And then Prafulla has introduced me to one of the gallery, that Pandol Art Gallery, with whom I have started working, showing my painting. And like that, I had a keen relation with Bombay. Every few years, every 2 or 3 years, I used to come and have shows. And naturally, it was a great pleasure of having Prafulla and Dilip's company. And they made my stay so comfortable and so loving, you see. I can't imagine she's not here. She's so dynamic, she's so helpful to the people. That what I remember most. Once in the Jahangir Art Gallery, the few boys from Calcutta came and showed their work. Works were not, they're immature work. There are 4 or 5 friends, they have decided to show their work. Naturally, you cannot expect that a boy of 25 to 30, 30 to 35 years painter had enough experience to do the work of senior painters. I mean, it happened, but not all the time. But in their case, it was not that. They are just okay, they are studying and they have to work hard to develop themselves. But in that exhibition, nobody sold anything. I happened to be there and said, Shakti, you have to buy. I don't like their work. I didn't say that in front of her, in front of them. But you have to, they are from Calcutta and they cannot go back with some, they have spent money to come and they are all middle class families. And, most of our Indians, we are all, not all of us, but I think I consider myself, the way I consider myself, I also consider many artists like that. And then I bought few things, and they're still with me. I don't know where they are. I happen to buy time to time some paintings of the painter who happened to exhibition and didn't sell anything, and I had to go to do something. So I have several paintings of that. Anyway, that Prafulla, uh, she's, we miss her so much. She's always there. She was always there to help people. It was, mm, I don't know how to explain, you see, so, but anyway, Prof, finish it. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for listening, and Dilip was asking me to stop, so I've stopped.